Yo, what is up, guys? Hunter Plays here, telling you the story about how today in morning practice we actually got to swim with some frogs. Hey, and it was free of charge too. So before we get into this, a few things I got to clarify. So we swim in an outdoor pool, you see, and the pool isn't really used in the winter for obvious reasons because it snows and it's cold and there's no heater. But besides that, yeah, it's not used in the winter. So in the winter season, I think also in the spring season, yeah, I think it only opens around late spring to late fall. But yeah, frogs go and they lay their eggs there, and there are insects. And in the summer, all those insects come out. It's annoying. You get bitten, and generally, it's just a good time. You know what I'm saying? So because there are so many insects around, they actually have frog eggs, which I only heard about. I never actually seen a frog in the pool. I've actually seen people screaming about it, and according to some of my teammates, someone threw a frog at someone else, and yeah, that was fun. But yeah, so I haven't ever seen a frog in the pool, well, until today. And they're like these little tiny things. They're like so small, but yet they swim and they hop so fast. It's unbelievable. So I first noticed the frog like when I'm swimming. I come to the wall, I see it, it's bumping it on my arm like I'm in the way or something. So when I look down at my arm, it's like, what's bumping against it? And I look down and I see this frog. And remember, I haven't never seen a frog in this pool. So I jump back all of a sudden. I'm like, what is that thing? Right? And it takes me a moment to realize that's a frog. And now, after I realize it's a frog, I just tell one of my friends, he's like, hey, that's a frog. And they don't want anything to do with it. They just leave. So no one wants to touch the frog, but they all want the frog out of the pool because, well, no one wants to swim with the frog because they're afraid the frog's going to swim faster than them. So anyway, everyone's trying to get the frog out of the pool, and I myself, I don't even want to touch that thing. I'm trying to use this kickboard to like fling it out of the pool, go in the grass or something. And initially, I take my kickboard, the frog grabs onto it, and I put it onto the pool deck, and I'm expecting it to be like, go into the grass or something like that, right? And the frog, it just stands there. Well, it sits there, and it's just there, and all of a sudden it hops twice, and guess what it does? Yep, it jumps back into the pool. Like, bro, I just wasted like, I don't know, 3 minutes of my life trying to get it out, and it jumps back right back in. So now we have a new problem. We can get the frog out of the pool, but how do we get it to stay out of the pool? That's the thing, right? So everyone's like,
get out of my pool now!
So everyone's making a fuss about it. Everyone's excited about it. It's like, hey, frog, something new, right? And my friend, I don't know if I should mention his name here, so I won't. But my friend, he comes into my lane. He literally picks up the frog, like picks it up with 2 fingers, and then he puts it on the pool deck. Like, no one ever wanted to go near that thing. No one even wanted to touch it. And here he is just grabbing the frog and just calmly putting it on the pool deck, and everyone's looking at him, and he's like, what? What? What's so spectacular, man? What are you looking at? So anyway, after he does that, right, the frog, this time, however, I don't know what makes the difference. Maybe it sensed that he wasn't afraid or something. I don't know. So anyway, this time the frog actually stayed out of the pool. And it just sits there, like, as still as a rock. And people are just splashing it with water, trying to get it to move into the grass. And they don't realize that the frog doesn't care. Or if they splash it enough, it's just going to jump back into the water. I don't know. Right? So it thinks it's like camouflage or something, which it's pretty hard to see. Not impossible. So after a while, the frog doesn't become the center of tension anymore. So we just go about our set as normal. And then we come back. And I see that the frog has moved. It's not there, right? So that either means 2 things. It means either the frog went into the grass like we wanted, or it's back in the pool and we just can't see it. And personally, I think people are blind. So, yeah, it might be back in the pool. And the best part about it is no one's really disgusted or grossed out that they're swimming with it because they don't really know that they're swimming with the frog. You see, it's only until people know that they get so excited. They're like, oh my God, I'm swimming with the frog. Help me, I'm going to die. Right? So they don't notice. So it doesn't bother them, you see? And I really don't know what happened to the frog because every time someone swims by it, it just like flips it upside down from our wake. And the poor frog is probably getting battered there. And then imagine getting thrown out of the pool, trying to come back into the pool, and these people are just like, nah, get out. And it comes back into the pool, and it's being flipped over all these times. I think it like lives in the storm drain, I'm not sure. So basically, despite all of our efforts, despite my effort to take it with a kickboard and put it onto the pool deck, despite my friend's effort to actually pick it up and put it on the pool deck himself, and also, I forgot to mention this, but despite my coach's effort to intimidate it by walking at it and having the frog jump away faster than he can walk, and the frog ultimately ends up, guess where? Back in the pool where it started. And we wasted about 15-20 minutes on the frog trying to get it out. And it ends up back in the pool. We are very efficient. Yes, please subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.